Barry, 90 minutes of endeavour, determination, and it certainly wasn't lacking in skill. How do you see it?
Listen, the first and foremost, the weather spoiled the game. It can be a bit exciting, but you could see the amount of times we went long with Josh Raith. We don't like to. We had to play the conditions. I think it ruined the game for both teams in that sense. I think first half we controlled it well. We pressed, we counter-pressed, we got a goal out of that. We dealt with that well. They tried to play into areas we wanted them to go, and we got up against them. Missed a few chances. And yeah, it was pleasing to come away with the 1-0 result.
Second half in particular, the conditions seemed to get worse from the stands. Was it like that the 90, or did it change?
It probably got a bit worse, to be honest. I think we even spoke about, we worked on all week about a couple of play-out situations we were going to do. And we had to change that, because when you go and try and play in that wind and they're coming on top of you, we couldn't relieve pressure, we couldn't go long. It was really difficult, and that's where you need men. And you need men to make right decisions, pass the ball at the right time, play the ball around the corner as quick as we can at times. But I think I was really pleased with the mentality of the team, and that's a big thing that I always go on about. Listen, I came here 5-6 months ago, whenever it was, and I'd been in the door 2 days, and we came down to United, we're 2-0 down within 5 minutes. Now flip that over, that's a whole different scenario now. The team, the work ethic, the fight, the determination. Was it a scintillating football we like to play, or some of the good stuff we've played? We've played some really good stuff. No, it wasn't that, but we had to find another way of winning a game today, and when you come to Ayr United, you often need to do that. And I said that to the players. Some games we're going to be good in the eye, we're going to play well. Some games we're going to have to fight, and they did that today. With help with the fans, by the way, because we're outstanding.
You started with Paul and Dylan up top. That kind of high line and that bit of ingenuity when the opportunity presented itself was well rewarded. What a finish! Yeah,
definitely. We tried to be a bit clever. We went with 3 midfield players in the middle of the pitch today. We knew it was going to be difficult, and you saw the middle of the pitch. We knew they'd overload in there, so we went with 3 strikers, 3 midfield players in there, and tried to surprise them a bit by playing Dylan and Paul. Obviously Louis been struggling a wee bit with his groin, so I'm glad I didn't have to use him today. Jack Hamilton, as I said, still coming back into it, and he came on and made a difference along with Richard Chin, who was outstanding. So yeah, I think we got the selection right. I think we got the team right today.
Tell us a wee bit about that midfield 3. It's a favourite pub room discussion of Brown, Matthews, Byrne. Pick 2 from 3. Well, Barry picked 3 from 3. Tell us about that.
Because sometimes when you come here, you need 3. You need 3 people they're going to be able to challenge. Well, listen, they've all got different parts. Scott Brown's a good runner. Ross Matthews brilliant at picking up the counter press. Sean Byrne's good at playing these little wee short passes. But often you'll see me, I probably play with more attacking players because I want to really attack. But sometimes you need to play with, I like to call them engines. Roscoe and Scott Brown more so engines than Sean Byrne. Sean Byrne's more like a sitter, a number 6 type. But yeah, I thought today was the sort of game that we probably needed that, and I think it was the right decision.
I sat with the goalkeeper's family behind me, and they were telling me at half time of how an anxious experience it is when you're watching one of your own out there. You'll have had that through your own career, and I think they'll be leaving feeling really delighted with the lad's performance today. Keeper with some really key moments.
Yeah, I think Josh has took a bit of time to get up to speed, but the last couple of games he's really been at it, and that's what we signed Josh for. 2 unbelievable saves, and he had to do a lot of kicking, a lot more kicking than he normally would do in a game. When you watch us play, you can see we try and play out short. Sometimes we go over, sometimes we go long. We like to mix it up. We don't like to be a predictable team. So yeah, I thought he did really well today. Josh, he should be pleased with his performance, because when you come here and you're playing against a really good side like that, you need everybody to be on it, and you need your goalkeeper at times.
I was thinking a nice wee mix of kind of pace and power and youth coming off the bench, in terms of kind of offering something late on, but my eye was also caught maybe just in the final passage of play. Richard Chin makes a challenge, and then Kai Montague makes a challenge that any of those engines in the middle would have been proud of. They made an impact, didn't they?
Yeah, of course they did, and that's men. And we spoke about that all week. You need to come here, you need to be men, you need to win. We're Raith Rovers, we need to come down here and be men, and that when he flies into that challenge, and then Kai, that pleases me as much as when they've got a great bit of skill. And see if you've got that determination in you, and you've got that will, and you put that on top of talent, you'll have a chance in this game.
402 was the travelling support. We said yesterday when we chatted that it was going to be a good number, but I had taken a double take because it sounded like a lot more.
Oh, listen, I can't keep going and saying how well they're doing for us, but just keep the numbers coming. Listen, they're brilliant. You see them singing and they're shouting and shouting. The boys get a lift. They do. The players get a lift. Maybe they don't. Well, I hope they do realise it, because they do get a lift. And no, it was great. And just keep the support coming.
Cheers, Barry. Well done on the 3 points.
Cheers, guys.